Hello Sangha, welcome to day 23 of our 31 days of yoga. The practice is there for us every day. You know, we have to turn up and see what's happening that day, what's happening with our mind, what's happening with our bodies. And some days we don't turn up. You know, some days we miss practices or we don't feel like it, and we don't get that chance to be brought into balance, which is one of the purposes of the practice, is to bring us to balance in our bodies, so we feel light in our bodies, to bring us balance with our breath, so we're aware of our breath and how that helps us, and to bring us to balance in our mind. So we've not got this erratic state of mind or this really dull and inert state of mind. We want this clear, light state of mind. And in the same way that our yoga practice is a practice, me doing these videos is still a practice, and I still feel like I'm trying to find the right background, especially when I can't get back outside because the weather's not amenable to that. So if there's a preferred way of doing this, please feel free to let me know, like, of how it looks. I'm still playing around the house with blinds down, up, here, in front of the fireplace, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're going to have a beautiful practice today. I thought we'd just do an all-over body movement. One of the best ways to move is just to dance, actually. You know, so if you take this time to let the video play and just put on your favourite tune and move your body, then that's really great too. Okay. We'll do some free movement at some point in this practice. So bring your hands behind you to allow yourself to rest on the floor. Bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. And how are you doing today? How are you settling into the ground? Are you holding any tension? Is your breath restricted in any way? Is your mind full of thoughts? Yeah. Just see where you are. And slow everything down. Slow your breath down, which will slow your heart rate down. Slow the thoughts down, which again is achieved by slowing the breath and steadying the breath. And then let your hands rest by your sides, and on your next inhale, slowly take your arms up and over, and as you exhale, let them come back down by your sides. And try this again a couple more times. I never tire of this movement. I'm always curious to see what's going to happen, because it's something I know really well. So I know each day when I do this that I might hear different sounds, I might notice different sensations, and then press your feet against the ground and let your hips come up and down. And again, trying to find that perfect, trying to find that most balanced position, okay? And slowly coming up and down. And lots of little pops. Maybe the mic's picking that up in my quad muscles and around there. Okay, and then everything together. So arms up and over, hips rise, and slowly back down. And try that a couple more times. Whenever you finish, bring your feet up off the floor, take your hands around your knees, gently rock from side to side, making circles with your knees, and then roll out to the side that feels comfortable for you, push into the floor, and come back to seated position, and extend out through one leg, okay? And let the other leg come in and out, okay? Working with your hip, in and out, Slightly different beginning for us today. And then let this heel rest a little bit closer to your thigh, a little closer to your groin. Soften your straight leg as much as you want to and reach for your big toe. If you're wearing socks, just hands around the socks somewhere over your toes or side of your toes. If you straighten your leg and it doesn't pull your shoulder down, then straighten your leg. But if it pulls your shoulder, not so helpful. Bring your other hand inside and inhale, draw and reach all the way out. And exhale, release. And try that movement twice more. Inhale and draw all the way out. And exhale, release. And then one last time. Open all the way out. And release. Okay. Give everything a good shake off. Roll through your shoulders. Try the other side. Bring that leg out. Bring this foot across. Bring your knee out and in. Out and in. Seeing how that feels for you this morning, this afternoon, this evening. And then let that heel rest. And so you're setting yourself up for like a Janu Shirshasana position, but we're not going into the posture Janu Shirshasana. Soften your knee. Hold your big toe if it's possible. Extend out. Bring your other hand inside. And inhale. Reach all the way out. And exhale, release. And try that twice more. Try and keep the length in your spine. So sometimes I see people down here try and really stay up and tall like an archer, drawn all the way back. And release. And last one. And give everything a good shake off. Any movements you want to make, let your body make. Switch your position to all fours. Hands towards the front of your mat, knees towards the centre. Lift your belly away from the floor, lift your back towards the sky. Then let your belly come down and look forward. And try these two movements, seeing what the story is with your spine today. Okay. And extend out through the whole of your back. Let your weight come a little bit forwards and backwards from here. Okay. Extend out through your left leg. And reach your right hand forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, connect underneath. Inhale, go long. Exhale, connect underneath. Inhale, go long. Exhale, connect. Last one. Inhale, go long. Let your hand come down, let your knee come down. Try that on the other side. So right leg forward, left hand out. Take an inhale. And exhale, connect. Twice more. Inhale long. Exhale, connect. Inhale long. Last one. Inhale long. Hand down, knee down. Take everything from side to side. Shoulders from side to side, hips from side to side. Circling your spine. Think about like that kind of free style dancing movement. So sometimes it's nice to keep things connected to the ground, but move everything else that can move. So forwards, backwards, sideways. And then bring your shoulders forward again. And we're going to make the same movement initially, but we're going to bring our hands behind our back and our foot behind our back, okay? So extend out through your left leg again. Extend out through your right hand, turn your thumb face down. Bend your left knee, sweep that hand back. Find your foot, it'll be there somewhere. And lift it up. Lift your chest, lift your toes, gaze forward. See if you can lift a little bit higher, then maybe touch your knee to the ground, and then higher again. And then gently release. Shake off your hand, shake off your foot. Let your hand come down, let your knee come down. Extend out through your right leg. Extend out through your left hand. Bend your back knee, turn your thumb face down, sweep your hand back, find your foot, and elevate it up. Lift your chest, lift your toes, lift your thigh, touch your knee to the floor, back up. Underneath, back up, a little bit higher, and then gently release. Shake off your hand, your foot, take your hands down, your knees down, walk back towards your knees, and come to a kneeling position that feels good for you today. massaging your buttocks with your heels. Taking slow breaths in and out here. Push your hands into the floor. Come to squat position. And gently rock forwards and backwards in your squat. If you're looking for some tips on crow posture, which is this, there's one of the practices in June where I kind of talk us through it, but we'll not worry about that too much today. We'll hang out in our squat a little bit. And then push your palms together and come all the way up to stand. Shake off both arms, both legs. Point your toes forward. Bring your hands together towards your heart. And let your heels slowly drift up. Slowly drift down. And then notice your head position here. Okay, is it forward? Is it a bit backwards? Okay, can you find a light position for your head? So everything's going straight up and your body is moving in the lightest position possible. Good. Turn your palms face out. Sweep your hands all the way up. Clasp your hands. Push your palms up. And gently drift one way and the other way. Going one way. Back to the centre. The other way. Back to the centre and release. Give everything a good shake off. Both arms, both legs. Really loosen up. You know, if you're feeling like dancing, get a little bit of dancing going, okay? Maybe put a little music on behind the video. And then take your right foot forward, your left foot back. Take your right hand behind your back. Take your left hand out to the front. And you're going to imagine that there's a connection between the tip of your nose and the tip of your middle finger. And your body's just following this hand wherever it flows. So it might go backwards, it might come forwards, it might come up, it might go left or right. Just seeing wherever your body goes, where it drifts to, where it tends towards. Maybe going a little faster. Whatever you feel, okay? If you want to free this hand behind, imagine you're holding something between your hands and just flowing around with it, you can. This is kind of nice to do at home, especially if you are a little self-conscious in a class. You don't need to be self-conscious at home, hopefully. And finishing Warrior One, sweeping up with both hands. And then shake everything off, okay? Get nice and loose, roll through your shoulders. Take your left foot forward, your right foot back. Okay, see how that feels for you. And then take your left hand behind your back, your right hand out to the front this time. And again, that connection between the tip of your nose and the tip of your middle finger. Where's this side guiding you today? Okay, you don't have to overthink it. Just let your body flow, unfold. Maybe gradually speeding that movement up. Maybe add another hand in and just letting your body get a little free form in this. Nothing too restricted or not always thinking about shapes, just thinking about movement and free movement through our bodies. And when you want to sweep that up, sweep it up to a Warrior One position and let your hands come down. Good. Shake off. Okay, hopefully that was okay for you, right? So take your weight on your right foot, turn your left foot out. Let's work on our balance. Bring your hands together and initially try a static tree posture. See how that's going for you. Lift your chest up and then see if you can draw circles with this foot that was resting against your other leg. Make those circles maybe even wider, maybe even that circle comes behind. Don't worry if you lose your balance. Okay, that's kind of what we're doing. We're kind of working with our balance, trying to improve it, trying to refine it. So it can be small circles with your ankle, bigger circles with your leg, maybe even huge circles with your whole body, sweeping it around, trying to work with balance, and then shake it off. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So weight on your left foot, turn your right foot out, bring your palms together, slide it in. Okay, bring it a little bit higher. Stay in your regular tree posture. And then free this foot. Start to make circles. Again, it can be ankle circles, gradually becoming knee circles, gradually becoming hip circles, whole body circles where you're just sweeping everything around, playing with your balance, playing with your leg movements, not thinking too much about things, doing anything that feels helpful and free for you. And then from there, shake everything off. Let's see if you can sit down without using your hands too much. And then find a comfortable seated position, okay? So my teachers say that our physical practice is not a fight with our body. And our breathing practice is not a fight with our breath, our pranayama practice, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. And our meditation practice is not a fight with our mind. So if you found the evening meditation yesterday tricky, go back and notice, go back, go back, go back. And keep going back till you find a way like of just sitting and being steady, okay? And even if it feels like your mind wanders every single time, so does mine. So does most people who meditate. There's very, very few people on the planet who reach that elevated state. So settle and settle and settle. And lengthen and lengthen and lengthen through your spine. And don't let your mind get in the way of this moment. This moment in its fullness of being in the space where you are. Being in the moment with your breath. Making a subtle attempt to smooth out your breath. To notice the sound of your breath. To notice the flow of your breath. And always to notice the wandering nature of our mind. And of course, thoughts will come and thoughts will go. And if you want to lie on your back and take some time to rest, feel free to lie on your back and take some time to rest. And when we sit in silence and in stillness, time becomes curious. Sometimes a minute feels like an hour, and sometimes an hour feels like a minute. So whenever you're ready to move your fingers, move your toes. If you want to reach out in front or over your head, you want to shrug your shoulders back, whatever you need to do for you today. Connect your fingertips, connect the base of your palms. Thank you so much for being on this journey, for want of a less cheesy word, with us all over the past 22, 23 days. The path is endless, so I'm really grateful that we're journeying it together. Please let me know how you're doing. Feel free to put some comments below or send me an email, whatever you feel, okay? Om Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.